Hello, so I'm going to diagram out which civilizations conquered which. Um, German civilization, Japanese civilization, French civilization, United States. Uh, we'll include Britain in that, since we speak the same language, and Italian. So, Germans famously conquered the French, like World War II. Not great. And they're in the European Union. French conquered us. Conquered like Norman invasions, right? Norman, World War II, and like the EU. We conquered the Germans, like United States. We conquered the Japanese. What's happening right now? The Japanese are kind of there's some cultural imperialism. They kind of conquer us a little bit. We conquer the Germans, and Italians conquered French and like British Isles, which is sort of where we kind of come from, the United States, our civilization at least. Maybe not. And obviously Italians conquered a bunch of places other than these four, or other than these two, but that's not as relevant, I think. So Germans conquer French, French conquer English speakers, and those conquered Germans. There's like a two-way cultural exchange between the United States and Japan, I think. Like we conquered them militarily, and there's like certain cultural elements that we steal from them. And then Italians conquered French and like people who nowadays speak English, and that's kind of the diagram. And so this is why I think like French might be worth learning, because like we conquered Germany, Germany conquered France, and so we have this influence on Germany, uh, and if you learn French, you sort of get to see like you can kind of make this more reflexive or what or reflect. I don't know if that's what the word is. Symmetric, I think. Reflexive would mean it's related to itself. It would make it symmetric, because yeah, I think that's interesting. This seems like kind of like a missing link in some of this cultural exchange. It seems here. It seems like uh, if you're just interested in like civilization or whatever, and you already know English, it seems like the natural next step. Because you don't need to know languages for like this situation's pretty simple. There's not like a bunch of random other things going on. This is more complicated. So learning the language might be helpful for actually understanding the issues a little bit better. What if, but only if it's if it's like efficient to do so, of course. If you can come up with like an economically efficient way to do so. So United States conquers Japanese and German empires. I mean, I think the Italian influence is from like the ancient world, so this is kind of outside the picture. Germany kind of conquered France, not even in World War II, even with just the European Union, even if you ignore like World War II, like being part of the European Union, that's like kind of a German system. And France kind of influences us with like Norman invasions. And then there's we conquered Japan in World War II, and they have an influence on our culture with like the computers and stuff. And maybe the Buddhism as well, which I might talk about a little bit. And that's sort of like a diagram that I think will make it easier to learn languages. I think the first step of learning a language is like the motivation to do so, and this diagram is like why I think like French might be the ideal language to learn, because it's sort of how you understand like civilization on Earth a little bit deeper. It seems like if you already know English. I hope you found that interesting. Have a good day.